because now I'm actually having my this staycation right now, and really so incredible. I just met someone here. It's one of our students just sitting right beside me with his lovely wife. All right, let's start. Okay, today is the 23rd of November 2021, right? Even though I'm in staycation, I still never forget you guys. I still actually, prepare my morning MAO for you. Now, because my swimming slot is at 11 o'clock, so that's why I have to do this right now. Okay, now Jerome Powell continues as a Federal Reserve Chief, all right? We know that this morning. But what does it mean then? Now, to me, it means very simple, stand by for rate hikes, okay? Now, because Brianna, she is more dovish, so the market was expecting, in fact, yesterday, so whoever wins the Federal Chief, right, the market will go up first. Because Jerome Powell, we are used to him. So we know that he's actually still looking, he's still considered a dovish person in general. But of course, as a chief, he need to do the rate hike in about 6 months to 8 months' time. Now, Brianna itself is definitely dovish. So her point of her, if she's going to become the next Federal Chief, definitely the duration for the tapering may stretch longer. So regardless itself, right, the market actually play a very smart one. They technically create a bit of a lot of ambiguity here, but actually whoever wins will bring the market higher. So we saw the Dow Jones up by 300 points last night. But must understand one thing, since Jerome Powell wins it, right, that means that whatever he said previously about tapering, okay, and ending by July, so all seems to be on track. And of course, if let's say inflation goes too fast, they may even consider to really have to fasten the tapering. So that was why the market pulled back yesterday. Yeah. All right. So with that itself, right, disclaimer as usual, my job is to show you what I feel of the market. Your job is to make the money from the market. Yeah. Okay. Now, because yesterday this morning I was doing a lot of stuff. I did not really cover into my forecast of yesterday. Okay, so later that part is all right. I will need you guys to do me a little favor. Okay, do me a favor. Yeah, we'll just talk about the views that I had yesterday. Now, of course, now the thing is this: Mr. Market has a mind of his own, Dr. Lee. Now we can see that one moment it saw the market was up, then after it came down, then it recovers, then it came back down again. So this is actually pretty scary. Now we, as a trader, we call it as this thing called distribution. Now some people may not accept this word because they feel that no, this is just only profit taking. Now there's a difference between profit taking and distribution. Now profit taking means that, right, you take a profit, you try to buy it cheaper, and you go to bring it back up again. Now distribution is because you have bought a lot previously, substantially, and now as the market climbs higher, you want to take away all your position because you don't want it to stay with you, and that is called distribution. Yeah. So the thing is this, there is a little bit of distribution right now in the market, and I'll explain more in detail shortly. Yeah. Okay, so like I say, usually at this segment here is right, we talk about my calls of the day and stuff like that. But because I was a bit tied up this morning, yeah, I mentioned this, had to make sure my family had their breakfast and stuff like that. So what happened is that I didn't have time to do this backlog. But of course, I'm pretty sure a good chunk of y'all can validate some stuff for me, right? Yeah, okay, let's take a look. Yeah, hold on. 1 minute. Okay. 1 minute. Trying to get. Because now usually I have multiple screen. Today only one single screen. Okay. All right. Now, do you remember, right? Yesterday we talked about one very important thing was gold. I mentioned to you that gold will come down. Remember, guys? I told you that gold will come down. Do you remember? Yes. Those who remember that I told you gold will come down, and I mentioned this. I said that if gold comes down and it breaks the BNB SL, all right, the level was about 1849. Yeah, 1849. I said that if the gold price is to break 1849, gold price will come down all the way to 1822. Do you remember? If you remember, it's all right. Please keep the spot on for me because yesterday gold collapsed. Gold went down all the way. Okay, gold went down all the way to 1822 itself. So from the opening price all the way to 1822, gold went down by $27, okay? By $27. A lot of people make money yesterday. Many people make money. All right. That was a main highlight yesterday. And I said that if it goes down further, it will go for the next chocolate bar. And apparently the next chocolate bar, which I mentioned itself, was this price at 1826. I repeat, 1826. Yeah. 1826. Wait a minute. 1826. No, wrong one. 1818. Sorry. Yeah, 1818. Yeah, the next level is 1818. Remember, I said that if gold will come down, it will go to 1818. And there's one more level, gold may be going down. If it stays in this way, gold can come down all the way to 1879. If let's say gold do come down, right? So you remember that itself, and you want to give me all the spot on validation, can you do that? If not, send me loads of emoticons, okay? Let me feel your love here, so guys. Thank you once again, guys. This is really important, and I can tell you this: BMV 1x1, whether it's plus 1x1 or minus 1x1, the accuracy is really impeccable. Look at it; it's really crazy because you just need to short on the previous day, which is 2 days ago, and yesterday you have profited. Of course, what causes it? There's many reasons, but more important thing is this: it doesn't care whether what causes it. It's more important whether end of the day do you make money from it. All right. So if you remember this, do me a favor, hit the word spot on for me. That'll be the best way to thank me. All right. Thank you once again. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate that. Okay. So because I'm moving a few screens, so definitely there'll be a lot of intermittence in between. Okay. So with that itself, right, let's take a look at other stuff. Okay. Hang Seng Group, like I say, we are opening up the door. Next week, we open the door to let you come with more friends. And do note, this coming Saturday, we have a preview. I repeat, this coming Saturday, we have a preview, okay? So do join us, all right? 1 minute, huh? Okay, now, in terms of the USA economic calendar, now the thing is this: yesterday, we have the existing home sales, 6.34 million. Is higher than the forecast of 6.2 million. So the question is this: it was higher, but the market initially, it was happy with it, but after that itself, right, the market just ignored it. And today there's no data, but on Wednesday we have more. On Wednesday we have core durable goods order, we have the GDP Q-on-Q quarter, and we have initial jobless claims. All right, so watch out for all these data. Tomorrow could be the big one. Right, so tomorrow we have the initial jobless claims, right? So which means that tomorrow we will do our guess the figure again. Right now, last time itself we have Diana winning about 22.88 coin. I think Stanley and someone else actually won it the last time, and so which means that right now we're gonna restart everything and start from 3.88 coin. Yeah, let's just see who will win these coins. Now, the Dow Jones, let's take a look at the Dow Jones chart itself. The Dow Jones went all the way up, spiking all the way to 35,900. Then it went subtle, went sideways. Then it came down on profit taking, recovered all the way in. Trust me on this, guys. We were like shorting here as well. The price came down. We were in profit. Then after that, it was SWL out, okay, at this area here. But the scary part is this: in the last 1 hour, the Dow just caved in. There were no warnings given. The market just sell. The market didn't give any warning. There was no reason given. But the only thing is this: as a trader, I can tell you one thing important. Okay, as a trader, I can tell you this. You can see that this is the high here, and this is the new high, right? You can see very clearly the boys basically did this. The boys basically went in to accumulate around this area. And then they purposely pump it through, broke the high of the previous day, the high of the intraday high, which of course causes a lot of stop loss being triggered. And then after that, they come in to whack the market. Now, this is very typical in a market, very typical. We call it as pump and dump. And of course, this is the trapment. So that's why tomorrow during this, I have this very super special session for 2 hours. I'm going to cover to you what are the traps the boys leave for us and how you shouldn't be fooled by them. Yeah. So tomorrow, this is going to be a very, very powerful session. There's no replay. So only for those who come in and watch it. All right. And of course, itself, right, for those you can turn on your webcam so that you can actually enjoy this at the same time. Yeah, okay. Now, NASDAQ dips 1% as bond yields rises. Tech falters after Joe Biden picks Powell for the second Fed term. Now, honestly, the thing is, it's very early. We already know that Biden has picked Powell, but for some strange reason itself, right, the market is seeming like that at the back part, then they really realize that. So is it because it's become official, the market sell? It is possible. So stock actually slumps on Monday morning, okay, Monday itself, reversing an early rally, okay, after Joe Biden announced that he will renominate Jerome Powell to continue to lead the Federal Reserve on the federal governor, Leo Brainerd. All right, so the thing is this, okay, 300 points of gains, okay, at one stage. Now they basically gave back almost everything, more than 95%, leaving 17 points in the market. Now with this reversal down, I'll tell you this, be very careful, because usually this is going to bring more selling in the coming days. Now, of course, but the thing is this, the final weeks of the year usually end strong, and especially the last week for November. So apparently now, right, there is seasonal pattern ongoing, and people keep on reminding everyone that, hey, the last 5 days are always pretty good. The thing is this, when everybody keep on reminding someone about something that's so simple, right, I kind of like tell you this, be careful. Because when they do it so openly and as if that it's a sure win, a surefire method, right, kind of realize that, right, it could be an entrapment here. So to me, it's very simple. Okay, so we know that last 5 days supposed to be positive. Very simple. I'll give the benefit of doubt. As long as the market stays above OP, I will be buying. But if the market stays below OP, right, that means that whatever they share or they created may not be real. So take note of that. Do understand this. Doesn't mean that 2/3 are always doing that. So there's still 1/3 chance that it may fail. So traders, you must be careful. Do note once again, on Thursday is Thanksgiving, so the market will be closed, and on Friday it will be open for half a day. Yeah. So let's take a look at the Dow Jones right now and what happened last night. It was really an incredible event. Let's take a look. So first of all, the Dow Jones opened between the two pivot. Yeah. Then after that, what happened? The Dow Jones went above pivot 1. But there's something to take note yesterday. The KSI was already red in color, and also it was a downtick. So that means that, right, the selling is already in the market. So when the market goes up above OP, above pivot 1, yes, indeed, it went up. But incredibly, that is where it went all the way and hit the MA30. Now, MA30 itself is something we added in recently, and it shows how impactful it is. At 35,918, the market hit the MA30, and then it stopped there. And once it stopped there itself, it not only it just stop around the area, it pulls back all the way down by 300 points, all the way to the opening price once again. All right. Okay. All right, something. My little girl. Yeah, they're all in my room right now. They have to all keep quiet while doing this MAO itself. All right, kind of hard for them, but I got no choice. Work is work. Okay. All right. So because that is where it puts bread on the table, isn't it? Okay. So that's what happened yesterday. Yeah. So the KSI give us a inform us what may likely be happening. So let's look at the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones initially opened at a gap up. Okay, it's a gap up over here. Ding dong a little bit, then went above OP, right? Now above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy already. So all the CCRY here was a buy. And you can see that when it's above OP, above pivot 1, it's always a very good buy. And I say this many times to you, the best, strongest buy is always when there's a color change that actually happened at the OP. So for this particular A here itself, right, this is the best buy because why? The CCRY happened above OP, above pivot 1, and on the pivot itself, the color change happened. Yeah. So the Dow shot all the way up to KTR plus 2, sorry. KTR plus 2. But the problem is this, we all know that if the market is a KTR plus 2 and this what they call the KSI is a KSI on the day chart is red, usually KTR plus 2 or plus 3 would be a good time to book your profit. Yeah. So what happened? Apparently at the same time it's all right, that was also the moving average. The MA30 was there. And you can see from the screen there are multiple green dots, right? Which informs you that there's a lot of activity trending at this MA30. This is a very important information to tell you that be careful, there's some trending here. The market may move next. Now, of course, you can move all the way higher, you can move the way lower. So the market chose down instead. The market chose down. But when it came down, right, it was only for less than half an hour or so. It recovers again. And this time around, it again triggered the MA30. But this time around, the market gave no chance at all. the market collapsed 300 points from that very moment itself. So that is how it works, how you put the MA involved in the picture, MLP, everything, putting it all together. That's where you get all these important figures and turning points. All right. So if you are amazed by this, please key the word amazing. All right. So if you're amazed by this accuracy, you're amazed by how the market know above OP, above people want is a buy. If you want to know why the market will resist at certain area as well, all these are considered amazing levels. So if you think that it's amazing, please key amazing right now. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, thank you once again to Anthony and Gary, Vincent, Terry. Now, because I'm using this handphone to operate while laptop, right? So I cannot like multitasking at the same time like usually I can. So for those who did amazing for me, I like your comment. Thank you once again. Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm doing multiple tasking right now, texting, liking at the same time. Really not easy, but I enjoy this. Yeah, because I can see who actually been supporting us all this while. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. All right. Now, gold, as I told you guys, this is terrible. Now, gold with a KSI red. All right. And I told you that it broke below the KSL and the MLP is 1852. So gold yesterday was below MLP. All right. And then when it basically closed below the BNB SL, we know that gold will be going down to 1822, which the gold really collapsed all the way down to 1822. Now, there is a small potential, but it is possible to see the gold touching 1798. 1798 is the MA 200 level. And based on the last time we saw this, the market did actually rebound after that itself. So let's just see whether can the market trigger it. Now, on the trading side, you can see pretty clear the market ding dong throughout almost like 1/3 of the day. Then after that, it started to trade lower, but still wasn't providing any mini movement. But once it go below P2, right, that was it. When the market went below OP and went below P2, that was all what we need to do because we know that is a classic sell. It is a classic sell. And the market collapsed all the way down itself. Beautiful, right? And of course, like I said once again, if you look at the system, it is really impactful. Yeah, you just have to follow through, make the money, and then after that, collect your money. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we have for gold yesterday. Congratulations to those who actually followed and make money together. Now, let's look at some local and global news first. Now, Federal Chair Jerome Powell has been nominated for a second term, right? So basically, what happened now, let's take a look what the market says. Let's bring around. Now, that, of course, triggered a relief rally first. Then after that, right, there was some reverse trade because of the bond yield going up. Now, of course, Jerome Powell, if we're going to stay on, right, the bond yield will go higher because interest rate will be coming in. And because of that as well, right, traders basically think that if bond yield is going up, might as well invest in something like bond yield. So there is some profit taking from the equity market because of the bond yield prices going up. Yeah. Now, of course, on this note as well, right, do note, rising rates normally will not be a positive sign for a stock market, but usually equity ignore this fact early in the day, which means that normally at the start, right, when there is raising interest rate, inflation, many economists will say that it's bad for the economy. Yeah, it is bad, but not immediate. In fact, it is good initially. That means that if you're rising rates, right, the bank will benefit. That's first thing. Second of all, that proves that the economy is doing well. Then, of course, when that happened, the equity market, instead of selling, which they may have initial knee-jerk selling, by end of the day, it will buy up. So what we saw was this. Okay, that was exactly what this article is trying to say with regards of why interest rate itself may not be good, but still good, depending how the market reacts. So, of course, the federal governor, Christopher Waller, says that the Federal Reserve should really speed up the tapering, right? So, of course, there's some people in the camp of saying that, hey, you know what, you better speed up faster. If not, inflation really go too fast, and of course, we're in trouble. Now, of course, the thing is this, you must understand, generally speaking, the market prefer to buy than sell, yeah? So not many times you can see a federal governor coming in to say things like that, unless it's deeply short. So Treasury yields actually rises after Biden picks Jerome Powell. All right, let's take a look at the yield itself. Now this is the yield. As you can see, the yield basically went up, right? Again, I told you guys 3-4 days ago, I told you this. The MA50 is very powerful. If let's say the yield do come down to here, to the MA level, it should be a buy up. Do you remember that? For those who remember that I said this, that once the market, the bond yield will come back first, because when we were talking about this, the bond yield was at high, right? I told you before, I said wait for a while, the market will come back down, touch the MA, and then rebound. If you remember that itself, right, please keep remember REM, because this was mentioned about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5-6 days ago when we talked about the bond yield, and I'm telling you this, my personal perspective is that it will still go up once it comes down itself. Yeah. So now it's trading at 1.632%. Where will it be going? My stand is the same. My position says that it will have to go all the way to 1.8% first before we see any impact. Yeah. Now, bond yields is very interesting. Usually, equity market leads bond yield, but this time around, seemingly the stock market and the equity market, they're not going to catch each other. Hence, therefore, right, if the bond yield keep on creeping, eventually the cost will come down to the investor, and that's where investor will say, okay, let's look for alternative, and that will create more problem as they go along. Yeah. So this one is something that you must take note. Okay. So only one, Anthony, remember. Okay lah. Thank you, Anthony. All right. So this is the US dollar currency. Now I already tell you for the longest of time, US dollar is a buy, pound, euro, all these are for sell whenever there's a chance. Okay. So you can see that. And the May, June, July period, that was where we saw the turning point for dollar index. Of course, the bottom came in January, much early, but it's no much usage here. Then after that, you see again, you have the same thing happening. And then, of course, you have this movement here. Yeah. So now the thing is, we are now going up all the way at a very fast speed. There was no pullback, no bull. And of course, the RSI is at a high level right now. So my personal view is this: there will be some profit taking on this very soon, but of course, after that itself, right? Okay, it should be able to go higher for the US dollar. I believe that $99 to $98 is very, very possible. Now it's only 96 already, still quite a bit ago, about probably 2%. Yeah. Okay, so that is the US dollar. So Angela Merkel, all right, urges tougher measurement to battle the fourth wave of COVID. Now, the thing is this, in Germany now, people getting sick. And the thing is this, neither measurement of the higher upticks of vaccination could help, because the numbers are going at almost 100,000 people over a single week. Now, think about this, 100,000 people falling sick a single week. Give you an example, that means that you need to have about 1.5 national indoor stadium previously of people, yeah, at 60,000 a pop. All right, we're talking about that itself, yeah. So that is now how scary it is in Germany. So because of that, Austria already re-entered COVID-19 lockdown. Then of course the new lockdown may cause a problem to Europe. But most important is the way they set fire. Now, huge protests across Europe over some new restriction. Wow, seriously, imagine you come to Singapore, look at our restriction, then you will know that maybe they're in a lucky land. So, but of course, you can see this was the picture I showed you on the 18. I said that actually the country to watch out for is Australia, then Netherlands, UK, Germany. All right. So of course, these are the this southern part of America. So the next thing is that Austria already got hit, left Netherlands. All right. If Netherlands get hit, UK and Germany can't be too far already. Yep. So that's what's happening right now in the global news. So some important market information for you. Now, Bank of America Chief Investment Strategist Michael Hartnett is bearish on 2022, and he sees the rate shocks. So apparently, right, he feels that, right, with all this good news right now, that means that we're tightening monetary policy next year. And of course, with that, the rates are high, the fears are high. So maybe we should actually consider to do into capital preservation while the boys have to prepare himself. So the thing is, he mentioned that there will be a hit of succession of asset classes like crypto and credit, so that, you know, it will cause big problem. All right, this is what he says. But of course, how much weight does he mention? It's hard to say. But in short itself, the market definitely knows that, right? The stock market is usually the last to be known. The equity market is always the last to acknowledge. When things go wrong, only when there is emerging market withdrawing the funds and bonds. And crypto, you know that it's time to probably consider to take some profit. Yeah. Okay, so you can see on this side here, we have a very interesting supply chain. Let me just get the thing PowerPoint up properly. Okay. Oops, something went wrong. Wait, hold on a minute. Okay. All right, so Goldman Sachs says that, right, the supply chain pressures is easing. And he felt that, right, there are a few counters that will likely be benefiting from this itself. One of them is Lowe's, Home Depot, HR Halton, Lena, Best Buy, and KB Home. Now, of course, other than Best Buy, the rest I don't really, or Home Depot, now we know that a bit here and there, but definitely the rest are not my cup of tea. So apparently, Goldman Sachs said that don't worry, if you want to buy some stocks, you can actually look at this counter. They are safer. Yeah, so interesting. Now, stocks can get hit by rising rate, but Goldman keep on saying that these names in the sector are very safe. So Goldman give you counters like PayPal, Alphabet, Palantir, Meta is Facebook, okay, Zoom Video Communication Incorporate, and Marvel, all right, technology, okay, all right, Marvel, right? So what is actually happening now? Goldman Sachs said that these companies are going to still do well regardless. So traders, you should look at it. Now, because why? Like big tech names like Google, Apple, Google and parent Alphabet, right? They are watching this all along. And Facebook, parent Meta platform, okay, is in this list right now. So apparently more and more funds are coming in to join in, right? So of course, Palantir is my personal favorite because I feel that their business model is very interesting. So yeah, if it goes down again, lower level, it should be a good time to look to accumulate, yeah? Okay. All right, so remember that I shared this with you yesterday regarding about the seasonal pattern of every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday of the week before non-farm payroll. So I told you guys, majority of the time on Monday, there will be more downside. Yeah, you can see that there'll be more more towards downside. Because in terms of even upside, it's kind of flattish, okay? So when it comes to Tuesday, you can see very clearly itself that Monday should be more to the downside, which we saw last night, okay? So let's see whether today will it continue. Now, if today continue, it'd be very surprising because on Wednesday and Friday, usually seasonal pattern says that it will actually go up. So without this information, I'm quite sure you will know what to do with your VIX. Now, VIX actually went up to 19, yeah, one of the higher level, okay, in fact, the highest level the last 10 days. Now, I've been asking people to take a look at this VIX around this area, remember? Around this area at 14.5, to 15, right? Remember, this is what I told you. Between 14.5 to 15 is a good time to accumulate, to buy. And of course, what happened? Wow, very nice. The investment itself is only like $12, $17. So now it's 19, I go by the points. So it's still very cheap because if it goes up to, let's say, from 19 to 20, you will make $100. So your risk downside itself, right, is kind of protected, yeah? So consider watching this VIX, yeah? It's a good buy. Am I still holding it? Yes, I am. Okay, so with that as well, right, we have come to the end of the global news and information. Let's look at the charts. The bull goes moo, the bear goes grrr, and the flamingo is different this time. Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, guys, so let's take a look right now. Okay, sorry. Okay, so China A50 continue to trade higher today, and very interesting. This morning, China A50 tested the MA30 again. Now, yesterday, the China A50 tested MA30 and pulled back. The day before also happened. Yeah, it also happened. And previously, whenever it hit MA30, you notice that every time it will hit and then come down, right? So the thing is this, for the fifth time in about probably 2 weeks, it happened again. So we did expect the market to go down lower. But now, as this morning, we can see very clearly the market stays above OP and is now breaking above the MA30. So would that be the turning point? I don't know, because it doesn't look like one, the usual one. So if this stays on like this, fine. But if the market later on breaks OP, then usually there will be a lot of selling coming in. Yeah. So traders take note of that. Okay. China A50. What number is that? That number is I think we give you the two numbers. MA1, MA30 is 15611. The so-called imitation of this, if it goes down all the way, then of course the market, once it breaks this point here at 15,552, it may travel all the way down to the level 153028. Yeah. Okay. So traders, do watch out for that. 15611 is a heavy resistance. 1552 is a heavy support, and 15328 is my ideal profit level. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we are done with that. That is the China A50. Let's look at Hong Kong right now. Hong Kong. Now this morning, Hong Kong gaps down a little bit, and then now is trading pretty flat. Now this market is kind of mixed bag because the KSI is an uptick green, right? So it's giving a bit of difficulty to understand. Yeah, people want that doesn't show here. Oh, see, Hong Kong. This is not my latest update. Hold on. You notice that this is not my latest. If I got a latest update, then I will have some of the symbol. Yeah, hold on. Okay, here we go. Just double check the figure, Hong Kong. I see. These two share the same figure. That's why there's no KSI reading in terms of the uptick or downtick. Both of them share the same figure. So KSI, same figure, should be positive. So that's why today Hang Seng itself, right, you find it very difficult to come down. This is how it is. It's like that how the Feng Shui master, they actually, they tell you what do they see, the thing, but of course no one can see it. But if I show it to you now in Hartnett figures, that there is some movement here and there, traders can watch out. Now today Hang Seng is pretty flat at the moment now, sticking to the OP, to the blue. There's no much movement here itself. Now Hang Seng, I already tell you that if it comes down, the first target, it should be going down. It should be here already given. The next target should be this point here, period 2, right? That is 24,496. Yep. So will Hang Seng go there? It's all right. I do think that Hang Seng can have a chance to go down to 24,496, maybe today or tomorrow. Then after that, it may hit the MA itself and then rebound, because that's how I see it. Yeah, usually when the player comes in hard, this is going to be happening. Okay, so that's Hang Seng for you. Let's look at the other market like Dow Jones. Now Dow Jones, we have a very interesting level. Guys, watch out for this. Now the Dow Jones itself, we have a BNB the day before, right? So we have 3 levels for 36,550 is the upside. All right. The downside itself is 35,054. Now, of course, the opening price today is very important. Opening price 35,669. Yeah. So which means that if the Dow Jones stay below OP, it will be a sell, and this sell could come down all the way to this point itself, which is 35,237. Yeah. Okay. All right. So my view is this: Hang Seng now is KSI is red in color and it's coming down. Sorry, the Dow Jones is coming down. KSI is red, so most likely Dow Jones should be coming down towards 35,669, if not 35,237. Yep. Okay. So watch out for all these levels. And today is a DJDD day. So between today, most likely be a directional day. And my personal view is that if it be a directional day with what happened last night, most likely it's going to go down. Yeah. Most likely it's going to go down. Let's see whether am I right, yeah? Just give me a moment, guys. Some messages coming in right now. Okay, just one more minute. I'm done. Okay, sorry for that. Thank you for waiting. Okay, so that is what we have for the Dow Jones. How's about NASDAQ? Now, NASDAQ is even worse. NASDAQ now today, we have a CCYR on the NASDAQ, okay? CCYR on the NASDAQ. And also we have it being the BMB, the highest level for this all-time high. Now, I said before, when BMB is at the day high, already very powerful. Now we have the BMB at the record level, all-time high. Yeah, we are now at the all-time high level, record level. So that means that if let's say the NASDAQ is to fall, to come down to 15,972, it's going to be very possible. So NASDAQ this morning is now trading at 16,355. I suspect that the NASDAQ in the next few days may be coming down to this point, 15,972. Now this is going to be very lucrative for profit, for taking profit, because it's like almost 300 to 400 points. Yeah, so traders watch out for that. Okay, so my view is it should be going down. 15,972 is my midterm target. Yeah, very clear, precise call. Now for this BSMP also delivered the same thing. Now S&P 500 also have the BMB, okay, at the record level, at all-time high, yeah, all-time high. So you can see that. So the upside itself can go up to 48.13, yeah, that's the first target. But the downside, it can bring all the way to 46.16, which I think that it is possible. Now for the market to go down to 46.16, let me do the mathematics here itself. Now it's at 46.85, let me make it simple, 46.85 right now, minus 46.16, that's about 69 point. 69 point multiplied by 8, that means the Dow Jones may have to drop another, the Dow may have to drop another 555 points tonight or whichever night, just to bring S&P down to 46.16. Now to drop 555 points is a lot of money, because if you short and the market really goes down, that means that per contract itself, you make about $555 US. So of course, it's a simple bet here. If let's say the market stays below, it's currently now at this price, and you just put a stop loss for 100 point, technically speaking, you need to be 5 times wrong so that before you can break even, or you need to, then you should in a way break even. But I don't think the market needs to be wrong 5 times to get it right? So the better you do your risk assessment, it'll be better for you, yeah? Okay, so watch out for this. S&P 500 may have to go down further, yeah? Okay, so let's look at the Nikkei. Now, Nikkei, I told you guys that should be downside, but Nikkei have been pretty resilient. The last few days is all right. The KSI on Nikkei is all the way red, but the Nikkei just firmly stays around the 29,500 area. So I cannot say that it's a good choice or bad, but today we know something. Nikkei today, the opening price is already below the pivot 2, and definitely now it's below OP, right? So definitely in this case, if the market Nikkei stays below OP and below pivot 2, then by right, it should be coming down. Now the first support level will be 29,450. Okay, 29,450. Only if you cross below it, then it can come all the way down to 28,88.7. Yeah. But of course, if this doesn't really all happen, then KTR minus 1.1 all the way down to 28,459 is mathematically possible. Yeah, of course, I don't think it will happen so much, but again, if it do happen, then of course all these numbers is for your random, yeah, for you to take for your own research. So we have Nikkei done. Let's look at the crude oil. Yeah, crude oil. Now, crude oil, I told you to hang on for a while first because I don't see any form of support. Yes, yesterday we did see an intermittent support at about 74.90 because all my KCB were there. All right, but the thing is, this market eventually ended higher and it closed at and is now above $76 already. So the MLP for today is 75.71. So there's nothing much to be done here now. But if the market breaks below MLP 75, then the selling may bring it all the way down to P2 or even lower, and then even lower will be 72.80, and that is the MA 200 level. Yeah, 72.80. Now I did say before, if the stock market, if the crude oil price is going down, usually the stock market will also follow through. Seemingly, at least this vision, this idea still stand. Yeah. Okay, so we have done the most of the bigger one. Let's look at the gold market right now. Gold, yes. Gold, okay, interesting. Yeah, gold, what we have is that opening price of gold today is between the two pivot point. KSI remain red, blue bar start to enter the market. So very simple. The opening price now is between the two pivot. It's going higher. If we can go above pivot 1812, of course, I would expect to do the same thing again. CCRY supply. But if the market hits the pivot 1812 and then U-turn, that will be bad. Then that will be meaning that there should be some selling. And of course, the market will use the 79.83 as a guidance. Then after that, if the market cannot hold 79.83, the next level, which I suspect it will go, it's a fresh chocolate bar and 1791. Yeah, this level is something that I will be more appealing to me. Yeah, 1791. Okay, so watch out for that. Gold may have to trade lower because of the stronger dollar. That is what is ongoing right now. Yeah, so there should be some spillover later today. Then, of course, we look at silver. Silver. Here we go. Oh, my silver. Where is it? Here we go. Silver. It is VIX, sorry. Hold on. Okay, because the data have been updated, right? Yeah, so that causes now. Somebody asked me whether what are the affected market itself, right? You can see that there's CA in front. Yeah, so this what happened. Okay, wait a minute. Let's just find my silver. Silver will be under commodities. Sorry, that means under indices. Commodities, metals, okay. Here we go, metals. Okay, silver. Sorry, a bit disoriented already. Okay, silver has came down yesterday. I told you there will be some more selling coming in silver, and indeed it really came down. And again, silver beautifully hit the BNB once again. Look at it, guys. The BNB, the market closed below the BNB SL, and we say that you go to 2413, and 1-2 days later, the market hit perfectly at the BNB SL 1x1 and then recover. Right? This is really crazy. How can the system behave like that? Incredible accuracy, right? So if you're shorted silver at $24.60, you can buy as much as buying back 24.13 which is like 50-cent gain in just only 2 days difference. Yeah. So again, this tells you a lot of the market. Then tell you that how silver reacts. So is silver a good buy right now? Well, silver, I think wait for a while first. Unless you can hold above 24.15, then if not, there will be some resistance because your MA all the MLP, MA is all bundled up on the top. So there could be some resistance at the moment. There could be. Okay, let's look at the cryptocurrency. We wrap it up for today. Hold on a minute. I need to put in my chart. Now, before you go later, I have a treat for you. Don't go away. I'll show you something in version 5.8, a quick one. So don't go away from this MAO too early. Yeah? If not, you're going to miss this part here itself. Okay, let me just get the data in first. Okay, then after that, we have the KSI. Then we have the KCX. Okay, here we go. Now this is the Bitcoin. Let's go to the day chart. Okay, so you can see Bitcoin yesterday, right? Bitcoin on Monday, it gap up because of the weekend data that AIMS doesn't provide. And then after that, it opened at about 60,000 level. And then after it went all the way down to 56,000. Now remember, I told you this 56,000 is a very important technical point. As long as the market come down, it will come and visit 56,000. Yeah, so imagine this. You are going to like visit me 3 times already yesterday. Yesterday before, yesterday, and probably today, 56,000. So what can happen? Well, if it goes down further, because today is below P2 already, right? If it go down further, well, the price is between 55,000 to 54,000, yeah? So maybe just wait for a while first, wait for better views in the market or better stuff in the market before engaging for Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum, also same thing. It went opening price was 43.62, and then it went all the way down to a low of 40.17. Yeah, of course, now it's stage a rebound, but it's still below MLP, it's below MA30. So I believe that it may be touched and come back down again. And that's about 42, 17 maybe. Not too sure, yeah. So if the market hit the MLP, maybe hit 42.17 and then come back down, it is possible, yeah. Traders, just take note of that. All right, so that is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Before you go, I told you, right, hang on, don't go first. There's something I want to share this with you. Don't go first. All right, this is my version 5.88. I upgraded it yesterday with some other interesting stuff to ensure that your experience will be worth it. Okay, on here. Okay, what I'm doing here now is putting the right, KRW. Oh, okay, that's assuming. Okay, hold on. Now this is the version 5.88, and you can see that we can have some important information right now. So what we can see is that the Dow Jones itself, right, at the moment, the KSI has turned red in color. We all can see that. The blue bars are all hanging over there itself. The market is kind of sideways at the moment. Yeah, we have, but the ATH 95% is nearby 34,729. So traders had to watch out for that. Today is a doji day. But you look at it on NASDAQ, NASDAQ is even clearer right now. The KRW is actually going down. KRW is an indicator that tracks the day-to-day up and down movement within the KTR levels. Yeah, very interesting indicator. And of course, S&P 500 is the one itself also showing lowering of the blue bars, KSI rate. So with all these things tells you that good chance that the market may be going into profit taking soon. Yeah. And also for Hang Seng itself, right, although KSI showed relentless buying, that's why the market couldn't go down, but the big boys are actually liquidating their position. So traders, you have to be very careful on that. Yep. Okay. And last one is gold. Just give me a moment. Okay. For this is silver. Now this is gold price. Gold price also showed that the KRW is doing down. KSI is red in color. So overall, more towards the downside is likely going to happen. So watch out for 1798, yeah, for this goal. Okay. All right. That will be all for today's MAO. Thank you guys once again for all your support and staying online with me. Okay. All right. This is a great time. We're going to continue. We will continue my MAO tomorrow. Timing wise itself, I'll update you guys. Right, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this thing I gathered for you. Still, nothing have shortchanged you. Everything has been covered. And I wish you all the best. And of course, stay safe. This is Kel signing off for today's MAO. Thank you once again, guys. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.